Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today we are doing another QI double clip compilation reaction, and the two we have got today, we have got QI Have You Read 1984, a fantastic book, and we have also got the title doesn't say a fantastic book, I just think it's a fantastic book. And we've got QI How Do You Land a Plane. The reasons for picking these are two very popular clips, so I'm guessing if they're popular, you guys will enjoy them as well. No guys, before we start this video, there is a video that I'm thinking of doing. It is called Answering Your Assumptions. I saw one of my good friends do it. I'll put a picture here. And basically, yeah, you guys write in the comments some assumptions you have about me, and basically I just have to answer them. So be as brutal, be as honest, ask whatever you want, I'll answer it in the video. Yeah, I think that should be a fun video for us to get into. Yeah guys, without further ado, we're going to get into QI. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the reaction. And here we go, guys.
Terrible concatenation of circumstances. Both my co-pilot and I on this flight were suddenly taken ill. How would you land this plane?
Can't they just land themselves on an instruments landing?
Can't you?
I'd stop reading the Kindle on the steering wheel.
That would be a wise start.
Don't you radio? There's the co-pilot slumped normally.
Yes.
In these situations.
Yeah, someone talks you in.
And somebody talks you in.
That's what happens in the movies, definitely, isn't
Yes.
it?
Like Robert Duvall probably would be good.
Yes.
That's who I'd ring.
Or Lloyd Bridges in the case of Airplane, the movie.
Perfect choice.
Yeah.
Presumably there are legal problems with someone talking you down, though, because you could then subsequently sue if it was interpreted by your relatives that you were given bad advice. So
Potentially.
These days, the air traffic controller would refuse to give advice and would say, sorry, we're not covered for my
In case anything goes wrong.
Sort of text it to them, and then they would insurance would cover you to be talked down.
It is a minefield. Extraordinarily and happily, it has never occurred in commercial airline travel history that someone has been, as it were, oh gosh, can anyone fly this plane because the pilot and co-pilot are ill or dead. It's never actually happened, but it would be fraught with difficulty. They have tried various simulations. For example, those with American civil private pilot licenses in America who can fly light planes were invited onto simulators of big jets. Yeah. And one of them couldn't even operate the seat that moved him.
Oh, wow.
Another one turned the radio off. Another one turned off the autopilot and instantly crashed the plane. So the fact is, it's incredibly difficult.
Stephen, am I allowed to say that in your uniform how incredibly unlike a pilot you look?
So what do I look like instead? Be brutal, be frank.
You look like a captain.
You'd be the chap who calls himself the bursar, who comes round, he's got a big leather wallet and takes money for duty free.
Calls himself the person.
Yeah.
The bursar?
Yes, I think he does, yeah.
Or the purser?
The purser.
The bursar is like the one that does the money for a
Public school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of planes are you flying on?
Yeah.
Yes, the bursar will be collecting money for the end of term jamboree.
Here on a Charterhouse Air.
Yeah.
The bursar with the trolley, and then with the drinks, the groundsman.
Anyway, the fact is it's fraught with difficulty. The first problem you would have is simply getting into the cockpit, because since 9/11, of course, cockpits are locked. And if the pilot and the co-pilot were truly too ill to be able to fly, they may well be too ill even to let you in to the cockpit. But
Do they have a secret knock? When they go and give them their lunch, though, surely they have to get in.
Yes.
So they must have a coded knock or something, like, it's me.
Well, I think they'd have their own key.
Your lunch. Something like that, and they go, oh, must be the lunch.
It must be, with the lunch. The lunch is. Now, why do I say lunch is?
Because there's more than one.
But why is there more?
Oh, Bill.
You are accruing points at a fantastic rate.
God, I tell you what.
Yes, there are more than one. But why would there be more than one lunch? Why would
They have to eat different meals.
Yes, the pilot and the co-pilot must eat different meals.
Oh, in case one of them gets botulism.
Exactly, so that if one is by accident poisoned or whatever. And in the case of extra long-haul flights, there are 3 pilots, not 2.
So you can't get into the cockpit. It's very, very dangerous. Never been done.
Yeah,
So-
and if it was on autopilot, you'd be able, obviously, to fly level and it would continue. But once you got into the landing situation, yes, the kind of film scenario would take over, whereby you would be told how to operate the flaps and at what speed. But there are so many variables in terms of glide path and vertical and horizontal axes and so on. This really is extraordinarily difficult. There is an auto-land system.
There's no way of flying it remotely, then, from the ground? Like with just somebody with a Wii or something, you know?
It's just swishing it about.
Maybe one day.
I mean, it is an idea.
Why?
It's a horrifying thought, but fortunately, as I say, it never has yet happened in major commercial air travel.
Okay, so guys, what do we learn from this one? We learned that flying a plane is very difficult, but going back to what they said at the end there about whether there'd be a way to fly a plane from the ground, I'm sure somewhere deep down in the basement of the Pentagon, like, they are working on that. I'm sure they do have some, like, little aeroplanes or, like, super stealth helicopters that can be controlled from the ground. I don't know what goes on there, but Area 51 could... I don't know, guys. That's a whole different tangent. But no, yeah, this was very interesting. I didn't know that about getting separate lunches because of, in case one's poisoned. But, yeah... That's pretty cool, guys. So that was How Do You Land a Plane, and the next one we're going to move on to is Have You Read 1984? So I'll see you guys then. And here we go.
Have you read 1984? Hands
guys.
up if you read 1984. Wow, that's pretty good. How many? Yeah. The fact is, research on several occasions show that at least a quarter of the people who claim to have read 1984 are lying.
Oh.
So I'm afraid we have to take points away from you. Yeah. Can you put your hand up if you said you'd read it, but actually secretly you haven't?
Oh, come on.
Is anyone going to admit to that? Is anyone?
Honest man in the back has earned some of the audience. I have to confess here, I studied English at university. I haven't read it.
I should hope not. What kind of English degree would include something written as late as 1940?
Well, that's true. Yes, we read things written in 1370. But I kind of felt I didn't need to, which is an appalling thing to say.
Oh, it's terribly good, Stephen.
Well, I kind of... I
Look at
know
all the TV shows named after it.
two, at least. Room 101 and Big Brother.
Oh, that's ruined mine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
It opens with the clock striking 13. I know the character's
Really
called
good, and
Winston.
they made a film of it with John Hurt.
Yeah.
He
It's
called
hard
it
to
that.
bother, isn't it, when there's a great film of a book? I was the same with A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Victoria.
After it's been done,
Why would you
I know
bother?
what the turkey does in the story. What do the readers?
It is a masterpiece of a film, it has to be said.
I lie a lot to impress people. And I'll be honest now, I have never read The Hungry Caterpillar. I get so close to the end, and I get too emotional. I'm like, he's gonna die. He's overfed himself. I can't do it, and I stop.
No, but
So I just pretend.
it has such a
No,
lovely ending,
I
Jack.
don't want a butterfly.
Is he carries himself?
So sorry, that was wrong of me. When I knew someone who gave away the end of Psycho, it's nearly as serious as that.
There are some books that you don't need to bother reading, like good books that you don't need to bother reading. Like, it's controversial to say it, but I don't think Harry Potter is worth reading. It is so expertly narrated on the audiobook.
I do, yes, and I do like the audiobooks very well. Congratulations.
No, but I do, after I listen to the Harry Potter books, with you narrating them, everything in my life is narrated by Stephen Fry.
Yes, yeah.
All my thoughts, my internal monologue is now Stephen Fry's voice. Even the dirty thoughts are Stephen It makes it acceptable. I had a sexual thought the other day. I put my hand in the air. I had a sexual thought about Camilla Parker Bowles. It didn't seem weird because Stephen was saying it.
Oh, that was very good, guys. That was really, really good. Oh, dear. But yeah, that's a question to pose to you guys. First of all, have you read 1984? Be honest with me. And second of all, have you listened to the Harry Potter CDs? Because they are very, very good. Stephen does an excellent job. But yeah, what did we learn from this one? we obviously learned a couple of different things. I knew Big Brother and Room 101 were made about 1984, so that did remind me, someone told me that it was written in 1948. I didn't think it was written then. Maybe he just swapped the two numbers around on the end. I don't even know, but no guys, like I say, it's always good to react to QIs. It's interesting, it's funny, and yeah, I really did enjoy these clips. Yeah guys, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll see you guys later for the next video. Peace.